Hey everybody, welcome back, or welcome to Discs for Dogs. This is actually a fundraiser event for the PawsCo Dog Rescue. It's been going on for a few years now. This is the first year it's been run as a series. And this is the last event for the year to raise some money for those guys. So if you love pups, you'll love this event.
Yep, so here we have Luke Miller. He's on the team, the Chainsmokers. And with Joe Rosner as his partner, so playing best disc doubles on a short course out here.
Birdie or die.
Birdie or die. All of the long holes have been divided in half so that Danny likes to throw beginner-friendly events, and he doesn't like to ask beginners to throw 700-foot holes. So
we've got Austin Weik and Connor Mitz here for Mitten's Weiksauce.
Yep, looks like they'll be starting off on hole one here. Hole one starts right outside the beer garden at the Anheuser Busch Brewery, right outside Fort Collins.
It's so awesome to be able to have this place. It's great manicured grass, good large trees.
It's a nice looking shot.
And the hyzer play is what I do too. Out around that tree, you just have to tempt that fence a lot.
Yeah.
And this sidearm play is nice. You can go a little straighter at it.
Yeah,
that looks deep.
As long as the sidewalks aren't in play, which the only OBs today are the fences and roads and parking lots. So the other side of that path would be totally safe. On that path
Austin
would be safe.
Took the higher out and looks like he caught some foliage and stayed well short of the basket.
Yep, here's Connor lining up the hyzer line. The low hyzer.
Nice.
Yep, that'll definitely work. So Luke lining up his shot at the birdie. Like we said, this is definitely going to be a birdie or die course.
A little weak on that first putt, but he's got a partner to come up and see if he can't clean this up.
Well, and Joe's going to his knee, and that'll help him kind of get the disc up in the air under that branch more. So.
And that branch might have been why Luke went a little low on that putt as well.
Right. Connor will tap out the two for the Mitten's Weiksauce. Sorry, I was forgetting their name there for a second. Chainsmokers will take a par. I know the Chainsmokers have quite a few mulligans to use out there, so we'll see when they decide to use those.
And again, all those proceeds went to a charity to help out with the PawsCo Dog Rescue.
So here's hole two, in its short position. It's definitely a runnable ace if you get the right line.
It's very close to that sidewalk as well.
But again, the sidewalk is not out of bounds.
That's right. Oh.
Only the fence on the other side would be out of bounds.
It didn't matter. That was a beautiful shot from Austin.
Right.
And that gives Connor the right to just run.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely gives him the opportunity to just run it.
Is that going to fight back? Get in it.
Oh, just a little short, but had a nice line to it.
Looks like another birdie for those guys.
Yeah.
Let's see if the Chainsmokers can't follow suit here.
Luke putting out a hyzer there. He's also a little bit short.
20 feet out. It's not bad.
Yeah, that's definitely a putt. It's like Joe's trying to give that a little bit of run. He doesn't want to come up short there.
And with no sidewalk OBs, you can really, there's no fear, just run.
Right.
Good deuce.
Yep. Asking if Connor wants him to pick it up. Nope, Connor wants to slam it in. I can see why he was getting Austin over there. That really easily could have come right back out.
Or through.
Or through.
So that's a birdie for both teams there. You're going to probably see that a lot on that hole.
Yeah, I would expect to see that a lot on this course. There's so many birdie opportunities when it's set up there this short. There's still some holes that are challenging though.
This one, with it being on top of the hill, you go long. You can go real long.
Right,
and
it can just keep going.
These trees can also get in the way on the green.
Well, and if you go low, you just drive it into the hill and it stops. You can't get very close that way.
And there's no play on the grass here.
So this is one of those new MD3s. Looked like it had... They were telling me it was a little bit more stable. It's got a nice fade back at the end there.
That looked beautiful.
Luke kind of pulling it right there a little bit. And that's
the
like
back.
you were talking about. It just ends up right down the other side.
He's not too far off, and he does have an open look at the basket.
Right.
Joe going straight at it. That was a great shot.
Yeah, that'll work. That's definitely the better of the two shots. Here's Connor, just tap in this birdie. Or not.
You gotta wonder if he just wanted to make Austin come up there and putt.
Right? No, get back up to the top
He
of the hill.
walked all the way to the next tee pad.
Joe will tap in there too.
Another couple birdies. Now for one where the short position is not so much of an easy birdie hole.
Right. As you can tell from these pictures, the venue is definitely drink friendly. So you're...
As long as you're drinking...
It is a brewery after all. As long as you're drinking one of their drinks, then you're allowed to drink
This is
plenty.
one of the holes that was cut in half.
Yes, 4 was one of the ones that was cut in half. And I just left them 4 and 4A so that the regular holes had the regular numbering.
Going the over the top, and that looks pretty good. A little short.
A little short.
They have a straddle around that tree.
Yeah.
It's hard to gauge this hole.
Well, and when you're going high enough to get over those trees, it's hard to get enough distance. It's like Austin's kind of tailed out to the side there on him a little early. Luke trying about the same line.
Oh.
Just so hard to get through there. It's kind of a low ceiling.
If you hit it low enough, you just gotta barely clear that hill.
Right. See how this sidearm works out.
Yanked it.
He yanked it, but not too bad.
Oh no, he didn't. I fought back. That was great.
That's actually not too bad. It's like Connor's somewhere around circle's edge, maybe a little outside.
It was a decent bid. Chain high.
Here's Austin, see if he can put it in. Connor's definitely right there, so... Oh, gave it a good bid.
Let's see if... Wait, oh, they're just tapping out.
Yeah, Connor's just tapping out the par real quick.
And if these guys hit this, they close the gap.
Oh.
Worst sound ever.
Right? Alright, come on, Joe. Let's see you put this in there. Oh, and just a little low, opposite. Oh, they're going to decide to take their mulligan. Got the okay, even though they picked it up, but...
Boom.
And well-used mulligan.
And it's a tie game now. 3 under for both.
Yep.
3 under through 4 is pretty good. It's pretty decent. Like these are all birdie holes. They should be keeping that pace pretty much the whole time.
Right. Yeah. And on a course like this, you definitely expect them to, but there's some weird things. There was something a little unusual on this next hole, for example.
Short as this you can easily go deep. It looks like an island, actually.
Well, it's actually no OBs around it.
It's
But it
up on
is
top of the
literally,
playground?
no, it's just tucked in right next to the playground equipment.
Okay. I played it once where it was on top of the playground equipment, and that was interesting.
That would be. No, there you get a good look at it.
That was actually a really good shot. You just gotta come in just on the back side of it.
Alright, here's a little replay of that one. Right off of that pole.
That was great.
And they end up with pretty much the same exact putt then.
See if Connor can put a good run at it.
Be kind of unlikely with the backhand, but it would take a lot of luck regardless, no matter which way you threw it on this basket placement. Kind of protected.
Beautiful.
But nice.
Couple great drives.
Yeah, nice little spot to get a couple birdies at.
Make sure I get my stance right here.
Have a little fun playing on the playground equipment while you're putting.
Hey.
Oh,
cool.
Joe.
That was cool.
Looks like Joe enjoyed that hole.
Looks
Keeps
like they're all
them tied
enjoying
at 4 down.
Looks like they're all enjoying their whole round.
Oh yeah, that's what these events are all about, is having a good time. It's not about competition out here necessarily. It's just about going out and having fun playing disc golf. Having a few drinks at the brewery course.
Making some money for a cause.
Yeah. So here's hole 5. This one's pretty wide open. They don't even have the net on the volleyball course, it doesn't look like, so.
I don't think I've ever seen the net there.
Oh yeah? Looks like that one didn't quite get the flip he was looking
Looks like
for.
They've got some options.
Yeah. Austin's definitely got the power to get to this one. It's a longer one, so not everybody's going to be reaching this one.
Just shy, probably around the circle's edge.
Now this disc I was really jealous of. This was an FD in the new plastic.
Ooh.
I didn't catch it very well from the other side, but he ended up pin high off to the right.
Yeah, it didn't quite come back as hard as he wanted.
But yeah, it was
Oh.
had a really nice feel to that new plastic, that's for sure. See if
That was a
Joe can
terrible
clean
roll.
that one up.
Oh. That was two great shots. Joe is thankfully not rolled back.
Right,
And so they're looking at a pretty easy 3.
right. And Connor
That was-
will put that 2 in.
Didn't come back as much as he wanted, but it came back enough.
Yeah.
It was a great putt.
And they'll clean up their 3. So it looks like the Mitten's Weiksauce will pick up a stroke on the Chainsmokers there. But they'll just have another drink and move on to the next hole.
Yes, sir.
That's what it seems like every time that picture comes up. Okay, end of the hole, have another drink. So, hole 6 is a really tricky hole. It's a tight tunnel shot that you just need a low, straight shot.
But it goes uphill.
Right, it's a low shot that's uphill. It's definitely a tough one.
Looks like that same MD3 from earlier.
It might be the MD3. I didn't find out on this one. This disc here also looks like some of that new plastic. It's that super bright pink on most of what I've seen in it.
That was pretty good. He's about
Yeah.
pin high.
Yeah,
They'll
about
get their
pin
meter
high.
off that.
Yep. And yeah, that's what you generally see on this hole, is hitting a tree or hitting the ground. And it looks like he's going to use hitting the ground.
That's actually... strangely, I've never seen a roller on this hole.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Let's see if that roller won't pay off here.
Definitely got him a look, and that's really hard to do on this hole, so anything that does that pays off.
Putting with... is that a link? Yep.
Oh, and
Nice.
drops it in.
Let's go, Joe!
Puts pressure on the other team, see if they can't keep that steady pace and keep that gap.
And being up against that fence, it kind of makes
Austin
it
from,
awkward.
like 35 or so.
Yeah, I'd say around 35.
Definitely looks outside the circle.
Connor will drop that in no problem, though.
Someone in the comments.
It's always kind of nice, just follow suit when you're big putted.
You can't get big putt if you make the big putts.
Right. So that'll keep that one stroke gap there. And we
No, I
start
can't
kind
stop
of...
thinking about the drinks in between all the holes.
Well, and they were definitely enjoying the drinks out there, which they're at a brewery, so nothing wrong with
Right.
that. But yeah, so now we're moving around kind of towards the front of the building.
I love this hole. This hole's so much fun.
This one is a pretty neat hole. It's definitely a tight one. It's wide open, but you could easily end up over that fence or out in the road. And
Ooh.
both of those are OB still. You're not allowed to cross the fences.
Yep.
This is the new Mutant.
Oh, I'm loving mine.
I've been enjoying mine so far. I haven't tried it out a lot, but it definitely has its place. I'm going to have to test it more before I know if I like it as much as the Justice, but if it does that, that'll work.
Go a little higher. Crashing down, and that height helped him out. This is one area where I actually have seen some ground play and some skip into the road.
Oh yeah, make it dig in a little more if you're coming in more vertical like that. Joe put that on a little bit of Annie. Oh, it's flexing out though.
It's- Woo! Jumped from the road.
I believe
End
that
up
was a
taking
buzz. Yep, decided to take Luke's, which when he's going to make the putt for you, sure, why not?
That was a great shot.
He thought so too. Give him a little bow there. Austin clean up their birdie. Couple more birdies, just like I expected on this course.
And some of these holes, these guys know. Some of
Right.
them they don't know.
Right.
And that's one of the ones that they're used to just walking up, throwing a putter at it, taking the birdie and walking off.
Right,
I mean, you
yeah.
throw a mutant, but it gets about as far as a putter.
Well, maybe even less. So, hole 8 here it's a pretty neat one. You can't just play just a big hyzer down the right side or you start hitting these trees. You have to throw a pretty controlled shot. And it really tightens up towards the green because you could go out in that road pretty easily.
Yeah.
I could see a sidearm being nice, but if you accidentally turn that over, you're almost definitely out in that road.
Yeah. At least today they don't have the OB on the right to worry about.
Correct.
Another great shot from Connor.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought we might want to see that one again. Slow it down a little bit here at the end so that we can see how close it really looked.
He has just been
And just
dead
a
center.
little bit shorter, it would have been right in there. Here's Luke lining up the backhand as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
flips up. Broke up a bit much, but it's coming back. And
Ooh.
you know that looked good from their angle.
Yeah, just a little long. That might have looked even better than Connor's from their angle.
Right.
And Joe playing that sidearm I was talking about, which is a nice plan,
another
but
good shot.
yeah, that's a great play there. As long as you don't turn it over, that's a great option on that
Looks
hole.
like he tends to throw a lot of high stability on those sidearm drives.
Yeah,
Comes over on it a little bit and lets it fight its way back.
yeah,
Works out great.
it's a good way to go. Alright, so through actually 9 holes, hole 8, but 9 holes, and they're at 8 down and 7 down.
Just smashing this course.
Yeah. And really, I think we've only seen 1 mulligan so far from the team that has them, the Chainsmokers. I know Austin and Connor don't have any, so we won't see any out of them.
Miss it. Oh, I hate it. Oh, I love it.
Alright.
Looks like it tickled some branches on that
Yeah,
tree.
just barely cleared that tree, it looks like. Connor going with the Anheuser, playing it high enough to not even worry about those trees.
I'm gonna give him about 25, 30 foot
Yeah. Yeah, if even that. That was a great shot.
Oh, he was feeling it.
Okay, the sidearm. I was thinking those trees had come more into play on that, but that looked like it worked out pretty well.
Really low, straight out of line too. I
Yeah.
liked it.
Ooh, that
Get
looks...
up.
Okay, and right over the top of
That
those
was
trees.
nice. The two of them landed pretty close to each other.
Oh, Austin. Alright, that's the beauty of doubles. Connor will step up, clean
Connor's
it up,
like, make
no
me take
harm
my
done.
bag off, make me putt.
See if Luke can put this one in. Oh, just off the side. Everybody has that instinct to pick the mini up after they putt in doubles. It's so hard to break that.
Oh,
and
no.
off the other
Mulligan?
side.
Mulligan? Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so Luke taking the mulligan for him. Oh, and missed it again.
That's one mulligan.
It's like they're going to do 2 mulligans, and Joe's going to take one as well. Alright, there we go. That'll keep them just 1 stroke off of Mitten's Weiksauce. 9 down and 8 down after the first half of this round. So 10 holes. So
That looks fun, man. I wish I could have made it.
it definitely does look like a fun course. A lot of short holes that are still technical to a
you know,
point.
sometimes these birdie fests tend to throw a lot of players off.
Right.
Because a lot of us are just used to these longer holes, playing full drives on at least half the course.
Right.
And it's just not that way on this. And so a lot of us will go deep or, overturn things.
Right.
Playing the holes right, but these guys are just slaying.
Yeah, just killing this course. Although we are going to start seeing a little bit longer holes. Hole 13 and hole 16 have also been split in half, so that's where the other 2 extra holes are going to come in this round. And we're going to see a little bit longer throws, so I hope everybody comes back and checks that out. See you then.
See ya.